Hello and welcome, my name is Ansu and today is day 12 of Bookmas. Today I wanted to talk about pretty covers. There are a ton of books that released this year and I only took the physical copies that I have to show it off today. Talk about some pretty books with you guys. That's just a very quick and simple video for today. Nothing like too mind-numbing or anything. But let's just get into the books and I'll talk to you about why I think they're pretty. First one I have is Where the Rhythm Takes You by Sarah Das. This one is actually set in Tobago, so the whole like vibe that this cover has with all the leaves and the birds and the girl that is on the cover, so gorgeous. Color scheme that was also chosen for this with all the reds and the oranges, like the hint of blue, and with the title itself the same blue is kind of used, which I think is pretty cool. Personally, I think this cover just looks very nice with all the intricate detailing. This is not a full book, this is an arc of a copy that I got, so I don't know if the original like full book looks any different, like the cover of that book looks any different or not, but this one looks just so incredible. Absolutely adore it. Next one, again, like I have an arc for, so I'm just going to talk about this anyway, and that is White Smoke by Tiffany D. Jackson. I've heard wonderful things about the author, but look at that cover. I think this is really cool. First of all, the color scheme is incredible, but not only that, we have this girl on this cover with like an afro and the purple smoke that comes out. It just looks like it's part of her hair almost, with all the detailing in the smoke. It just kind of looks like it's part of her hair, which makes it even cooler. But one thing you'll notice, like in the background, there's a house. So if you didn't know about this book, we have this character who's going into like a new house with her family, and it's supposed to be like a thriller. So it's like almost haunted, I guess. But yeah, it's supposed to be like kind of creepy, and this house definitely gives that vibe as well. And I just think all the detail that went into this cover is just so gorgeous. I'm like absolutely such a huge fan of it. The next one I wanted to talk about is Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. This cover, honestly, it just makes me happy. That's the main thing, you know? If you have read the story, you'll know like they talk about this house that the main character goes to in his afterlife, and basically the house is like wonky, right? All the doors in the house are just kind of haphazard, so it looks like the house is going to just fall apart any second, and that's what is kind of depicted here, just to show you like the first floor is like normal, the second is like to the side, the third is like to the other side, and then the roof is like in the middle. Like it's just really wonky and it's super adorable. But on top of that, you can actually see in the background this like stag like thing and like trees and greenish shade on here. It's just, it looks so nice. Ooh, also the little detail over here with the scooter. One of the characters, Hugo, that we were introduced to in this book, has the scooter with him that's like almost going to break down at any point. It just sounds like it. And that's like the super old scooter that's like parked in the front of the house. And I just think all those tiny little details just make this so perfect, especially if you've read the book. It just gives all these details and I think it's so cool. The next book I have, like I don't really know what to say about this because it just looks very pleasing to my eyes, and that is Son of the Storm by Sui Davies Okumbova. I think this looks really cool. I just think the color palette on this is just so incredible with the oranges and the blue shades and like the bright yellow on this person's face. All of that just looks really cool, and also this like halo type of thing on his head. I think this looks fantastic. His eyes are so piercing, and like all these like tiny things, like his pendant thing, the yellow marking on his face, and the halo thing on his head, they all just like pop out from the cover, and I just think that looks so cool. And honestly, this was a total cover buy for me. I had seen it flowing around on Booktube, but I probably would not have gotten it if it wasn't for this cover, because I've seen it on a few channels and I'm just like, it looks so beautiful that I really needed to get it. I just think it looks really gorgeous. Moving on to the next book, it is She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. This book is just so pretty. There's something about this book that just really calls to me. First of all, there's like the sun in the background, which is kind of going with the title, which is She Who Became the Sun. So the sun in the background, and just the yellows and the oranges, it's like really bright in your face almost. It looks super cool. But the thing that I really liked about this is our main character is sort of in the front over here, and the whole army is behind her. The character that's on the front is like kind of embossed in a gloss kind of a texture. It's different, it's like popping out of the cover, and that's so cool to me. The title is also the same way, like it kind of pops out of the cover, including the main character kind of depicted on here is also like popping out, and I think that's like a nice touch. The army in the background just backing her up looks so cool to me. I just think overall it's a very pleasing cover, and I just really like looking at it. This next cover, I don't know what it is, I just think it looks really nice, and it's Six Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. Red is my favorite color, so anything that has red in it already calls to me. The title is in red, and the cranes obviously have like crowns that are red, and there's like touches of red here and there, and I just think it looks so nice. Cranes detailing is really cool. You have 6 cranes on here, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 cranes depicting the main character's brothers, which are 6 brothers who turn into cranes. I'm assuming this is the main character Wild, so it should be here. But she has this really cool eyeshadow on her eyes, which is also kind of red, which I really think is really cool. And she has these decoration things on her hair. I'm not sure if it has any like inner meanings or anything, I'm not too sure, but like that looks so cool. Outfit she has, all the colors in it, I just think it looks wonderful. Maybe some people might disagree with me for this one, but I think it looks great. It's such a beautiful cover, and I really do appreciate looking at this. The next one I'm really intrigued by is A Psalm of Storm and Silence. I love the first cover in this series as well, which looked really nice and green. This one is like more of a red tone, and like I said, I'm obsessed with red if you couldn't tell. Our main characters just look so incredible. I don't know what it is, they just look so good. And like the detailing, like the mandala type of thing going on in the back, it looks so cool to me. Like all that goldeny shades in here looks so good. And then there's just like a pop of color with our main character here, which is like super red, from the background, which is like more maroonish gold, and it just this like pop of red, just I think it looks so cool. The final book that I wanted to kind of go over is Steel Striker by Marie Lu. This cover is incredible in of itself. Like the pinks, bright like yellow thing that's shooting up looks really cool, and the wings of this person that's just like popping out. I think overall, just looking at this cover, flying in mountainish areas, and it looks so cool. And if you think this is cool, they have sprayed edges which says Steel Striker, and I didn't know this when I was getting this book from the library, and I noticed that when I like took it off the shelf, and I was just like, holy crap, I did not know that this was a thing. And it's just this just sold the book for me, you know? It just looks so cool. It looks very fancy. Like I mentioned earlier, this is also a library book, so I can't really see what the inside of the cover looks like. I believe there's like Steel Striker written on the inside of the cover, which also looks really cool. But I can't really see it that well, so I can't really tell you what it looks like. But even the back, the mountainy feel of this on the back with all the colors and the brightness, so good. I think this is like a work of art, no doubt. Even like the first book in the series, which is Sky Hunter, looks so incredible, but this one is just also adding on to the beauty of the series, and I just absolutely love it. Alright you guys, those are all the books I had on my list which I physically owned. There's definitely so many more incredible covers out there, obviously, and I just talked about a few of them which I personally had on hand. If you're new here, hi, welcome, my name is Ansu. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified every single time I upload a new video. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you all next time with another one. Until then, I'll talk to you in the comments. Bye! Also, did you see my sweater? It's the Stranger Things, and like, let me get my hair out. Yo, I love it. I hope you do too. Cool. Okay, bye!